There are no firearm sales, no touching of firearms, no shooting of firearms, no transportation of firearms, and everything is conducted in a safe and unloaded environment. So we have 3 pretty cool guns out on the table today, all that I have actually completed the 1,000-round range reviews for. And all 3 of these guns actually did very well during their 1,000-round range reviews, and all had 0 malfunctions. So I thought it was kind of a neat fun fact for these 3 guns, and something that we could just talk a little bit about today. The 3 guns that we have out on the table are the EP9 by Extar, the Jacob Gray TWC Hex, and the Zastava M90. And we will dive into kind of all of their nuances and all those things today as well. / Russell FV Ordnance. What's going on tonight? Tonight we're doing 3 guns that actually all of their 1,000-round range reviews are already up on the Muzzle Bro channel. And all 3 of these guns had 0 malfunctions during their 1,000-round range reviews, so pretty cool. The EP9 is a 9, well, I guess it comes in 9mm, 10mm, and I think, so definitely 10, well, 45 and 9, whatever. The EP9 was one of those guns where I picked up, and I kind of thought it was going to be a cheap hunk of shit, quite honestly. It is a almost fully polymer gun, so it does have a very plasticky feel to it, but it runs. We probably have about 3,000 rounds through this gun at this point and have absolutely 0 malfunctions, which is awesome. The Jacob Gray TWC Hex has almost quite honestly the opposite feel as the EP9. Very well made, very intricate machine work on the TWC Hex here. A very high-end 2011. Performed very well. We actually did a mud test of this. We did go ahead and throw this guy in the mud, and she still shot and had 0 malfunctions, which is awesome. Is that goon tape? Yeah, this is the German Flecktarn goon tape that we threw on the EP9, because I think the EP9 is actually quite as good of a gun as it is, because it is good. It is quite ugly. So I wanted to, throw some tape on it. Russell asks, does it take the super safety? I don't think so. A true super safety, I don't believe it will take. It may take an FRT. Quite honestly, I haven't tried. I really would like to. I do just have an FRT laying around, so we'll probably have to throw that in at some point. And we also have the Zastava M90 out on the channel today. Similar to the goon tape, we have some Davronov leather grip tape on this guy. In fact, I actually have some goon tape and some leather grip tape on the mag. Yo, that thing is not on safe. I don't care. It's unloaded, so it doesn't matter. The AK is on safe. Everything's unloaded. It's fine. Doesn't matter. But yeah, the Zastava M90 was a really awesome build. We added the leather stock pad and the leather grip tape from Davronov, but we did do the range review with this really awesome Zenico Clone muzzle brake, as well as the Midwest Industries light and laser mount. Big fan of the redwood furniture on this gun. I know I say that and then end up covering it all up, but I just think the black and red looks really aesthetic together, so it's cool. It's fun for me. Huge fan of the M90. I do have this one in kind of this old school vibes configuration, I guess you could say, but a very flat shooting 5.56 AK. It's a lot of fun. I'm new, but dude, that AK looks good. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's pretty sick. I'm a huge fan of this. We've done quite a bit of work to it, so love the red furniture. Yes, we actually have a Zastava M72 RPK in the redwood furniture as well. But yeah, man, the M90 is very beautiful. I'm a fan of the redwood furniture. I will say it, not that it matters, but you can kind of see it scuffs up pretty easy, but that kind of is what it is. I mean, we did put 1,000 rounds through the gun. I have 3 AKs and others. Nice. Hey, if you guys are just stopping by, please subscribe to the Muzzle Broke channel. I really would appreciate it. It helps me out an absolute ton, and it really makes my day. So please subscribe. And hey, guys, please like the stream. That also helps. Who makes the pistol? So this is going to be the Jacob Gray is the name of the company. TWC Hex. You see that JG there. Basically, this is the competitor to the Staccato P. Very well made. 4 1/4 inch. This guy is actually comes, kind of hard to see, comes with ports from Jacob Gray. Takes our standard 2011 mags. I think we have a 3.5 pound trigger on this guy. It's a really great trigger. I do have the 1,000 round range review for that guy already live on the channel. So go ahead and check that out. Still needs a red dot. Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of struggling with the red dot plates for it, so I gave up. How do you feel about the Scar? Scar's fine. Kind of sad they're not making them anymore, but I don't own one, nor do I think I will ever. Is it a 19 or 2011 platform? It's 2011, technically a 9mm double stack. But yeah, I just say 2011s. What is your strongest gun? I have a 12 gauge shotgun, 308 sniper, and 10 handguns. Very cool. I have a 54 caliber muzzle loader, which is probably the biggest bore gun. We have a 50 Action Express Derringer. I really like the Zastava M91. Is chambered in 7.62 by 54R, which is pretty cool. So we do have some fairly powerful guns on the channel. The EP9 on the left by Extar, as well as the Jacob Gray TWC Hex 2011. Those are both chambered in, our standard 9mm. The Zastava M90 is a 5.56 AK, which originally I was kind of like, I don't really know if I love that. But shoots ridiculously flat, ridiculously fast, ridiculously low recoiling, especially with our big old Zenico clone brake on the front. This guy does have an 18.25-inch barrel, but it's still actually surprisingly lightweight. I probably should take the light and laser mount and the flashlight off because I don't really use it on this gun, but that's the... Anyways, will you? No, there's no shooting of firearms on the live stream. Just can't. It's the YouTube rules. But you know what you can do is you can subscribe to the Muzzle Bro channel. Helps me out a ton. So please do that. Gabby, what's up, man? Gabby, I was actually just filming a little bit with the High Point JPX earlier today and did a couple of videos with that. But yeah, man, the build for the Zastava M90, I guess we'll talk about it. This is from Fletcher Rifle Works, a Zenico clone muzzle brake. We have the Midwest Industries light and laser mount on which we have a PowerTac flashlight. We have some Davronov leather grip tape on the furniture, on the mag, on the pistol grip, and then this little stock cheek pouch situation is also from Davronov, is the name of the company. It's pretty cool. Leather grip tape. Russell sent me 100 Schmeckles. Thank you. Kablamo. What's up, man? Official Ammo Alchemist. Nice AK. Thank you. That is a nice gun. I appreciate you. The Jacob Gray TWC Hex is also very nice, but I unfortunately stripped her of her flashlight for other builds, and I never added a red dot to this. So kind of sad. I really should get a dedicated flashlight and red dot for the TWC Hex, but it's still a really nice build. Ooh, a nice PCC too. Yeah, man, this is going to be the Extar EP9. Glock mag, compatible pistol caliber carbine with the weirdest little brace in the whole wide world. We kind of have a lower budget build on this guy because the EP9 is incredibly inexpensive and incredibly reliable. It is a little poppy, I guess you might say. As far as recoil, I mean, it's a 9mm direct blowback, right? Like, it's not bad. But it is a little snappy as far as a 9mm PCC. I will say it's less snappy than the Hydra weaponry Vipera. But yeah, man, it shoots really nice. Like I said, we've had 0 malfunctions from this. I don't know what those are, but there you go. I think it's like, I don't know. I think it gives me some cash flow or something. Would you take an XC over this 2011? I think this gun is aesthetically more pleasing. I would take an XC over it, though. I think the comp on the XC is going to work better than the ports on this. That's nothing against this gun at all, but the ports are I wish this was ported. I wish the ports were bigger. The ports on it work well. They do mitigate muzzle flip. But I think the Staccato XC would be a little bit flatter shooting, but they're both cool. Got any FRTs? Yeah, we have lots of super safeties. We have some AK FRTs. We got the Chris Vector FRTs that I'm trying to get locked in. So I do love me some FRTs. What's the wrap on the barrel? Which gun, Jeff? Why are military guns chambered in 223 and not 308? Why such a small round? Well, I believe it's like ammo carrying capacity. Like for the same weight, you can carry a fuckload more 5.56 223 than you can 308. Dangerfield says, hey, what's up, man? Hey, if you guys are stopping by, please subscribe to the Muzzle Bro channel. Hey, guys, please like the stream. It helps me out an absolute ton, so don't forget to do that. Cost and weight. Yeah, I agree with Marshall. Geneva Convention. How reliable would you say the FRTs are? Are they just for fun or actually trustworthy? I would say just for fun. I don't think I've ever had an FRT that was consistently performing without issues. The super safeties, I think, are the most reliable. I will say that. I think the super safeties are the most reliable. The AK FRTs are very hit or miss. The AR FRTs, in my experience, are kind of picky about the buffer spring and buffer and, you know, the whole situation. Even like binary stuff, I don't think I would put in a serious rifle, or I wouldn't use that setting on a serious rifle, I guess I would say. How's your day going? Going okay, man. It's cold. I'm freezing to death. 5.56 is a good varmint round. I would agree with that. This AK is chambered in 5.56, and especially with the 18.25 inch barrel, I think this would definitely do any sort of a varmint situation for us. The iron sights on this are actually pretty great. With the extended barrel, we do get a little bit of an extended sight picture. So you can actually get pretty damn accurate with these iron sights, which is pretty cool as well. The Jacob Gray TWC Hex iron sights are actually pretty dope as well. We have a, what pistol is that? Jacob Gray TWC Hex. Not a real AK. It's going to be the Zastava M90. Source, Deadliest Warrior. Deadliest Warrior is a pretty fire show. Jacob Gray TWC Hex does have a tritium orange front sight, a blackout rear sight, both kind of suppressor height sights. You're able to pick them up really easily. I know I didn't rock a red dot for the 1,000 round range review of this gun, but I did actually really fuck with the irons. That was pretty cool. The EP9, I actually do not have any irons on, which shame on me for not having irons on this gun. This is going to be the Vector Optic by Frenzy, I believe, that we're running on this. Works pretty good. No complaints. There are no firearm sales on the channel, but you know what there is? There's lots of fun on the channel. So you guys should please subscribe to the Muzzle Bro channel. I would really appreciate that. We just dropped a 1,000 round range review of a really cool Romanian parts kit build AK yesterday on the channel, so make sure you check that out. The next 1,000 round range review that's going to be dropping is another 5.56 AK, not the Zastava M90, but the Krebs Customs M23. And as I'm saying this, I really wish I would have brought the Zastava M90 so I could have compared it, but that's okay. You live and learn. Do you have a Draco? I do have many a short barrel AK. I do really enjoy my AKs. So what do you have on the front of the AK? We have a Midwest Industry light and laser mount with a flashlight, and then we also have a Zenico clone 2-port muzzle brake that actually does a really amazing job of mitigating muzzle flip. On the EP9 by Extar, it actually just kind of has like a little muzzle shroud is the muzzle device. Another PowerTac flashlight with a pressure pad. We got the Arisaka hand stop, some German Flecktarn goon tape. This is the Frenzy optic, and then this is the world's shittiest pistol brace. Big ass muzzle brake, yes, from Fletcher Rifle Works. Hi, Barclay Trucking. I have a KR 103. Should I put it in the closet and save it? Since KUSA is out of business, will it go up in value? The KR 103, probably not. Just because, you know, and I could be wrong, but there's a lot of other 103s. I know the KP9s from KUSA have like kind of gone up in value because you can't get them anymore, but no one's really making another KP9, right? Like an AK-103, a lot of companies make those, so I don't know, probably not. Do you have a Glock? I have way too many Glocks. I think I have 5 Glock 17s or something like that. Nice airsoft guns. Oh yeah, brother. Hey, if you guys are just stopping by, please subscribe to the Muzzle Bro channel. I really would appreciate it. It helps me out an absolute ton. So please do that. What do you think about PSA's SR25? I actually don't really have any experience with that. I actually don't have any PSA ARs. I do have a PSA AK that I actually really enjoy. PSA is very hit or miss for me. I don't have it, but I love their crink. I love the PSA crink. I have one of their GF4 AKs that I've had really good luck with. I really hate their PSA dagger. I'm not really a super huge fan of their ARs. But, you know, Like with every company, there's stuff you like, and then there's, you know, stuff you don't like. I subscribe. Thank you, O'Brien Dangerfield. I really appreciate that. Helps me out a ton. We're actually very close to 33,000 subscribers on the channel, which is pretty cool. Hey, bro, you're reviewing a non-original AK again. Judging by the color of the varnish and the buttstock, it's obviously not Russian. Yes, it's a Zastava M90. It's actually Serbian. Didn't claim for it to be Russian. I got one of their 308s from PSA. It's nice. Cool. Yeah, man, I think the Saber line is pretty cool. I think PSA always has like a really good value. So, you know, I'm not hating on them. I like some of their stuff, and I don't like some of their other stuff. But, you know, like I said, that can be said for almost everything. 3 guns we got out today is going to be the Zastava M90. This guy is chambered in 5.56 223. We got an awesome muzzle brake on this bad boy. For our handgun selection today, we have the Jacob Gray TWC Hex, a 2011 style pistol that is a direct competitor with Staccato. And then for our PCC, we have the 9mm Glock mag compatible Extar EP9. Raymond says, oh, wow, long time no see. Glad I stopped by. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. If you guys are just stopping by for the first time, please subscribe to the Muzzle Broke channel. I really would appreciate it. Helps me out an absolute ton. I hope your day is going wonderful. You have 1 million subscribers by the new year. Yeah, I definitely won't, but I appreciate the good vibes, brother. Today was okay. It's starting to get cold, so I'm a little bit chilly. But other than that, we have some really cool stuff coming to the channel in the very near future. We're going to have a Volkortsen gun. We got 2 new guns from Daria coming in. We should have a new Zastava in the making. There are no firearm sales on the channel. So remember that for the AI chat moderators. No firearm sales. There's no touching of firearms. There's no shooting of firearms. There's no transportation of firearms. But in pretty much every other one of my videos, you can watch me shoot these guns. My husband and I just subscribed. Hell yeah, Bun B. I appreciate you. Yeah, man, it helps me out a ton when you guys subscribe. It helps me out a ton when you guys watch my videos and comment and do the whole shebang. Because that's the only way I can grow the channel and get more stuff. So, what's the best red dot hollow sun for an AK? Yeah, I don't know. Typically, I just like to get something that's low mounting. Like the Hollow Sun AMES series is a good dot, but it's a pretty high mount, so I wouldn't really recommend that for an AK. I really like the Sig Romeo 5. It's pretty. It comes with a low mount and a high mount, so I enjoy that one. Getting my first AR. I was wondering if you could help me out with some mods or any tips. Just start getting stuff like upgrade the trigger, upgrade the charging handle, upgrade, optics, irons, pistol grips, stocks. There's too much to go into. Start with getting a good dot and a good flashlight. My husband was and is a Marine. He's such a gun freak. It's awesome. That's very cool. Awesome. Where'd you get that camo black tape for your guns? It looks sick. So this is going to be the Goon tape, German Flecktarn tape, and then this is going to be the Dav Renov leather grip tape. I'm looking for a Zastava M90 5.56. Was trying to find something local. They aren't really just floating around. Yeah, Zastava was nice enough to send this one out to the channel. This is quite a while ago, but really good gun. 1,000-round range review. Oh yeah, that was kind of the theme of the channel. Theme of the live is that we have 1,000-round range reviews out for all 3 of these guns, and all 3 of these guns perform very well on their 1,000-round range reviews with no malfunctions. So pretty cool. Beautiful Zastava. I like that compensator muzzle brake. Yeah, man. Fletcher Rifle Works. I actually have it in the build list on the long form video. You can check it out. Zastava 85. Zastava 92. I have a Zastava M90. I have a Zastava M91. And I have a Zastava M72. And we are getting a Zastava 85. Are UUQ or mid-10 scopes any good? I've never heard of them. How's that 2011 grip feel in the hand? Not bad. Feels okay. I wish it, my biggest, well, I don't want to say my biggest. I have lots of issues with everything. I just like to nitpick. One of my things I didn't like about this is that I couldn't add a magwell. It kind of comes with a little bit of a flared magwell in the pistol grip itself, but I really would like to add a Dawson Precision magwell just because I like the way it helps me grip the gun. But anyways, awesome. We'll be subscribing. Thank you very much. Thank you, Amanda. Who do you think makes the best AK in my opinion? There are a lot of good ones. We just dropped a 1,000-round range review for a Gun Geeks MD63 AK yesterday, so we dropped a 1,000-round range review for that. Maybe not yesterday, maybe it was the day before. But they make a great AK. I've had really good luck with PSA AKs, but, you know, the quality control. I've had really good luck with my Zastava stuff. I have a Rifle Dynamics AK that I like quite a bit. There's lots of good options. Put 1,000 rounds through a PSL. I got it dialed at 600 yards. Yeah, I think, about 500 through the M91. It was pretty cool. What kind of optics should I get to make the AR look good? Maybe a hybrid scope. I personally am not actually a big fan of like LPVOs. I prefer the red dot and magnifier, so maybe check out a red dot and magnifier. Is that a real gun, are those? Yes, Yoda. If you guys are just stopping by, please subscribe to the Muzzle Broke channel. Helps me out an absolute ton, and I really would appreciate it. If you guys are interested in any of these guns and looking at them further, the Zastava M90 has a 1,000-round range review. The TWC Hex by Jacob Gray has a 1,000-round range review. And the EP9 by Extar all have 1,000-round range reviews live on the Muzzle Broke channel, so you can check them all out. In those 1,000-round range reviews, I try and put all of the builds and everything like in the description. So, is it an AK-74? No, it's 5.56. Would love to go to the range with you. Thank you. Have you seen the new Wooks AK furniture? Just put it on my rifle. It looks fire. I'm not a big fan, but, you know. Jimmy Mack says, the grips look clean. Oh, yeah. I do not live in Atlanta. Yeah, the EP9, I would like to get a suppressor for it. I actually don't have a dedicated 9mm suppressor, which is pretty annoying. I actually, with Fletcher Rifle Works, the company that makes the muzzle brake for the M90, I got to borrow/use one of their 9mm cans for the EP9 range review. So that was very nice of them. Worked really well. Wish I could have kept it, but, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, it's just the EP9 performed well, suppressed, ate well over 1,000 rounds with no malfunctions. It feels like junk, but this gun is not junk. The Jacob Gray TWC Hex, on the other hand, has a really amazing fit, finish, and feel to it. Very high-end, 2011 cost-wise. Cameras, face scan, thumb door scan is good, but shotguns... Okay, and then this is the Zastava M90 5.56 AK, 18.5-inch chrome-lined barrel on this bad boy. Very flat shooter, especially with the muzzle brake. A very functional weapon. The AK is from Zastava, translated into English as control point. At least has a normal trigger, not like the Romanian mutant. Why are you such a hater, bro? Talk more slowly. Why, are you like autistic or retarded or something? What color laser is the EP9? And how does it help your sight? Just a flashlight, just a white light flashlight on this bad boy. I was looking at the Pioneer Arms AK. Are they any good? They're cheap, and I don't want a PSA AK. I actually don't know. I reached out to them to maybe test one of them. I don't think they're going to give me one, but so I really don't have too big of an opinion. I know that the Pioneer Arms AKs historically have been kind of bad. Is that an AK-74? It's the Zastava M90 in 5.56. If you have an AR, can you show me your setup, please? Plenty of videos on the channel with some of my ARs. The girls are upset. Ever desire a Garand? Yeah, of course. I would love an M1 Garand. That's actually one of my guns on my kind of wish list, I guess you would say. So absolutely, Russell. Jerry says, you have some very nice tools on that table. I appreciate that. You got the best collection. Cool. Yeah, I try. I try and have some cool stuff. Russell says, same. Yeah, the M1 Garand would be pretty cool. That's what I heard about them. The new ones I heard are more solid. Yeah, that seems to be the word on the street. But I do not have any firsthand experience with the Pioneer Arms AKs. If they were smart, they would send one to the channel and let me review it. But, you know, is what it is. Does the EP9 get jammed a lot? No, the EP9 is actually straight fire. The EP9 does not jam, like, ever. I think I have probably about 3,000 rounds through this gun, and I have not once had a jam. Performs very, very well. I don't even think I ever took it apart. Like, I think I might have wiped it down, but I never, like, took it apart and actually really did anything. Info on bump stops or anything to reduce recoil on an AK. Any sort of muzzle brake will absolutely do it. I love me some muzzle brakes. They're very effective. This gun with the muzzle brake shoots ridiculously fast. The Aero EP9. Now, this is from Extar, not Aero Precision. I'm in love, Worthless Mind says. Well, then you should definitely subscribe to the Muzzle Broke channel. I really would appreciate it. It helps me out an absolute ton, and there's plenty of awesome content, so please subscribe. Would an AK chambered at 5.56 be considered blasphemy? Some of the AK purists, like, you know what? Here's what I've found. People are going to get their fucking panties in a wad about everything, so buy whatever the fuck you want and enjoy it. I love this gun in 5.56. It works great. Cans over brakes. I'm going to go ahead and disagree with you. I actually really hate suppressing all of my AKs. I would much rather shoot a muzzle brake than a suppressor. Is it hard to get an M1 Garand or something? No, it's just they're kind of expensive. Opinion on the Mac DS9. Just got one, and it's my first 2011, and it's absolutely enjoyable. Good. Russell, Lost Nation, thank you, boys. Lost Native sent me some gizmos and gadgets. Thank you. The Mac DS9, yeah, it's a cool one. Don't have one, but wish I did. Ever think about optics on the AK? Yeah, yes and no. I have a railed gas tube that I could use. I have a side mount rail that I could use. I could definitely put optics on this. I just, sometimes I like my AKs. I like the AK irons. I do pretty well with AK irons personally. Anyways. Bro, are you big and built in that home defense? What are you talking about, dude? I'm confused. How do you feel about dongs? Dude, love the dong, bro. We just dropped a 1,000-round range review on the Gun Geeks MD63, a Romanian parts kit build with a dong with some trench art, which is pretty cool. So check that out. How are the irons on that? Oh, yeah, no, irons are good, man. Just personally, I do very well with AK irons. I don't know why. Kind of always have. You love what? We love the dong, the Romanian dong, baby. Actually does work as a very viable kind of foregrip situation. It's a vibe. It does work really well. The only complaint that I have with it is it does make the reloads a little bit more, like, difficult, I guess you could say, because you're typically banging the end of the mag on that. The Zastava M90. I don't have an M90. Actually kind of interesting that's probably the most common Zastava is the Zastava M90. Basically this gun chambered in, 762x39. But I do not have the M90. Is the EP9 loud? If so, ever would muzzle or suppressor help? It's not significantly loud. You definitely can suppress it. I actually, in the 1,000-round range review for the EP9, ran it suppressed for a while, and it works very well. The EP9 is an absolute workhorse. It's inexpensive. I won't say it's the most attractive, aesthetically attractive gun, but it gets the job done with no malfunction, so you can't complain about that. If you guys are just stopping by, please subscribe to the Muzzle Bro channel. We got out the Jacob Gray TWC Hex, a beautiful 2011. The Zastava M90, a really awesome 5.56 AK. And the EP9 by Extar, Glock Mag compatible 9mm PCC. It reminds me of the old school MP5. Kinda, but it's very different. Love it. Thank you. He's the AK original parts build. This is a Serbian AK from Zastava, the M90. All three of these guns have the 1,000-round range review live on the Muzzle Bro channel. We got a 1,000-round range review for the EP9, the TWC Hex, and the M90. How do you like the PCCs? How do I like the PCCs? They're fun. In my experience, I'd rather just have an SBR AK or an SBR AR. I'd rather shoot 5.56. You know what? It's weird, bro. It's really weird. I think 5.56 is lighter recoiling than 9mm. And I think 300 blackout and 9mm out of a short barrel is about the same recoil. So I'd rather have the 300 blackout just personally. But anyways, my first experience going to a gun show last weekend. It was awesome. Definitely going again. Very cool. Would extended mags on the pistol be better in your opinion? No. Typically, I will preface, extended mags don't like work the best. I don't know. I just watched a Colin Noir video about them yesterday. Seemed to make sense for home defense due to low recoil. I'll go ahead and disagree. Just get an SBR AR. Colin Noir is a shill, and he'll shill whatever the hell he wants, so whatever. I guess we're all shills at the end of the day. At least I try not to be, but I don't know. I don't really get paid. I do not get paid for any of my range reviews, where a lot of the bigger YouTube dudes that get paid quite a fucking shit ton of money to be like, oh, it's a great gun, you know? So, be careful what you listen to people say on the internet, myself included. Make your own decisions, shoot the gun, rent it out, see if you like it, see how fast you can get with it, see how controllable the recoil is. I'm not going to tell you that PCCs are bad for home defense. I'm not going to say that. But if I'm going to get the same bullet out of a handgun or a PCC, I'm at least going to, be more maneuverable with the handgun. But if I'm rocking a bigger gun, I'm going to get a bigger bullet. So, I would say SBR and AK or SBR AR in 5.56, 300 blackout, 7.62 by 39. Anyways. Sorry, lost in the sauce. Is the Zastava M90 you got full auto? No. Shouldn't you have a light under the AK's tape? We have the light on the AK over there, on the light and laser mount. So it actually, when I'm gripping the gun with my left hand, my thumb is kind of where that button is, so I can hit it. What are your thoughts on the CZ-P10C? I don't have one. I have a CZ75 SP01 Acu Shadow from CZ Customs, and I actually really love it. Jerry says, true, LOL, I just started getting into firearms. Did you get the World War II submachine gun back? No, they sent around Christmas time, so that would be a dope Christmas present. Jerry says, yeah, that makes sense. What's the difference between a Russian AK and a US AK? One was made in Russia, one was made in the US. The Russian AKs are supposed to be better because they made a lot of them. They have a lot of experience making them. What is the Kuna? The Kuna 9mm? It's from Springfield. It's a pistol caliber carbine. I actually have some videos out on the Kuna comparing it directly to the EP9. I think they shoot exactly the fucking same. What is your favorite gun? What is my favorite gun? I don't know. I kind of hate them all. No, I'm just kidding. Probably either my 300 Blackout AR or my Rifle Dynamics Quick Catch. What pistol is that, Muzz? This is going to be the Jacob Gray TWC Hex 2011. Pretty cool. I like and I subscribe. That is what we like to see. Muzzle is indeed not broke. Yeah, I actually am incredibly poor. It has been a while since I've tuned into one of your videos. Well, then you should tune in more. Have you ever wondered how arms designers get their ideas for a slick-looking design? I'm thinking that their cool ideas come from drinking a hot coffee and eating a breakfast dinner at Denny's. Yeah, I don't know. Some guns are kind of ugly. Can you have a face reveal? Not yet. The Kuna is nothing without the Matata attachment. It's actually really funny. But yeah, the three guns we got out today. We got the Zastava M90 Chamberlain 223556, the TWC Hex by Jacob Gray 2011. It does have some ports that are very hard to show you, but the ported 2011 is pretty cool. And then the EP9 by Extar, 9mm pistol caliber carbine that does take Glock mags. I like the pistol. Do you have a Draco? Yes, I do. What's your favorite attachment? On the AK, it's going to be the muzzle brake. It's pretty cool. I enjoy that quite a bit. The 2011 is beautiful. Yeah, but it's very overpriced. Love some 2011s. John Crump News. What's up, man? It's the TWC Hex by Jacob Gray. Hey, can we have a conversation about the DC shooter and his choice and firearm, considering his background? I have no information on that. Do you have a SIG? I have a 6-hour P365 AXG Legion. How many muzzles has Muzzle broke? Actually, only one. I completely fucked up a Ruger Mini 14. I was trying to change the front iron sight, and I broke the fuck out of it. Show us the Draco. It is in the gun room, unfortunately. What optic is your favorite? Typically, I recommend the SIG Romeo 5. Not that I'm like a SIG fanboy, but it's a very inexpensive red dot, and it comes with both the high and the low mount, which I really liked, so... collectively, gun owners have failed. At what? Revolver, John Crump News says, we're talking about the DC shooting. He was a Afghani refugee. Oh, yeah, I was listening to a podcast about this on the way home. I didn't finish the podcast. Try Gideon optics. I have a Gideon LPVO. It's good. Do you have any big machine guns from the military? No. Nice pistol and AK, thank you. Mini or micro Draco? I think it's got a 8.5-inch barrel. Do you have an M4? I have some ARs that very closely mirror an M4, I guess you would say. Hey, if you guys are just stopping by, please subscribe to the Muzzle Broke channel. It helps me out an absolute ton. I really would appreciate it. Please like the stream. It helps me out as well. We have plenty of 1,000-round range reviews live on the Muzzle Broke channel. All three of these guns have performed exceptionally well for their 1,000-round range reviews. The Zastava M90, our 5.56 Serbian AK, the TWC Hex, our American-made 2011, and the EP9 by Extar, a gun that is almost entirely plastic, but shoots incredibly well. Any camo tape for any other guns? Yeah, we like to tape. Does your gun range allow full auto? They did, but now they don't. And so I need to find another range is actually the problem. It would be strange for someone with a lot of CIA-based military experience to use a revolver in a planned attack like that, correct? Yeah, actually. It is pretty strange. Yeah, I was told he was like a Afghan Zero agent for the CIA or something. Yeah, I don't know. What do you use these guns for? To get views on YouTube. No, I like to shoot them, obviously. Sound stopped working, or I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. Can anyone hear me? If you guys can hear me, please let me know. Someone in the comments, please. Speedy Elmo says hi. What is the least recoil gun that you... I sound good. I hear you. Thanks, boys. Least recoiling gun, probably the Raptor, the 22 LR, Volquartsen upper, tandem cross lower, big old compensator on it. It's probably the least recoil. I don't own a Switch. Stop asking that. Sound is good. Okay. My Zastava gets hot as fuck. Yes. This one does get a wee bit spicy. There's actually something to note about the... hold on. Something to note about the... Krebs Customs M23, it actually didn't get very hot. Sound is good. Russell says, sick PCC. Thanks. This is going to be EP9 by Extar. There are no firearm sales on the channel. There's no touching of firearms, no shooting of firearms, no transportation of firearms. Jesus, I don't know how to say this name. Whatever. Sent the happy poop. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love when you guys send these little gifty gifts. What is the black tape on that AK called? So this is leather grip tape. It's kind of hard to see, but it is leather. They actually make this little stock thingy too. It's going to be the Davronov leather grip tape. Brief Draco review. Love my rifle dynamics. Quick hatch. Incredibly expensive. Muzzle, do you watch Arms for Thought? Not typically. I don't really watch a ton of YouTube because I'm too busy doing my YouTube stuff, quite honestly, so... Gets really hot. They usually do. Hectic, what's up, man? If you guys are just stopping by, welcome to the Muzzle Broke channel. I appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to the Muzzle Broke channel. It helps me out an absolute ton. We have 3 guns, kind of older. Not that the guns are old, but these are some of the guns that we did the first kind of batch of range reviews for. I actually remember I filmed the Zastava M90 and the EP9 by Extar 1,000-round range reviews on the same day with my ex-girlfriend, Dor. So, cool, I guess. Fun facts. Try watching his stuff for ideas. He does high-quality shorts of shooting cool and unique guns. What was the name of the channel you want me to watch? Arms for Thought. I just watched the 1,000-round range review. Which one, Hectic? For the EP9 or for the M90? Or the Jacob Gray TWC Hex? It's colder than a well digger says. Don't freeze. Yeah, it's cold. What is your favorite AR platform? That seems kind of like a redundant question. My favorite AR platform? I don't know. I guess 5.56? I don't know. The Adams Arms P2 is great. Wait. Ex-girlfriend? What do you mean? The girl I was dating when I filmed the M90 and EP9 is not the same girl I'm currently dating. The Gun Geeks one, the MD63. Did you like it, Hectic? Did you enjoy the MD? Oh, he loved it, he says. Good, man. I'm glad someone got some enjoyment out of that video. I had a really good time filming the Gun Geeks MD63 1,000 round range view. I thought it turned out pretty good, but it didn't get very many views yet, so it is what it is. No FRTs. I do have FRTs, just not out on the table today. I see what you did on the AK with the grip tape on the handle. Yeah, we did some goon tape, and then on top of the goon tape, we did the stock thingy. What features do you appreciate the most from your pistol? Looks like an amazing machine. Is it fully custom? It's actually not custom at all. You can actually, this is actually stock. This is actually how it comes. This is the Jacob Gray TWC Hex. Comes with a little bit of a flared magwell. Really nice trigger. I really like the serrations on the slide. I think it makes it look really mean. The rose gold barrel kind of makes this look like the Master Chief pistol. Yeah, there you said it, the Master Chief pistol. Yeah, it's cool, man. I like it. But 1,000 rounds of 7.62, though, is crazy for today's market. Actually, Hectic, I actually got some 7.62 by 39 for free. One of the affiliates that I am affiliated with, I guess, sent like a good handful of 100 rounds of 7.62 by 39. So that was pretty cool. Is that pistol RMR cut? Yes, it does have an RMR cut on it. Just didn't really have an optic for it, quite honestly. So it is what it is. If you guys are just stopping by, welcome to the Muzzle Broke channel. I really appreciate you being here. We got the Zastava M90 556 AK with a bunch of aftermarket gizmos, gadgets. We got the Jacob Gray TWC Hex with absolutely no aftermarket gizmos and gadgets. And we have the EP9 by Extar. What is your favorite pistol optic? You know, I really would like to dive in more to the pistol optics. I have a handful of them. The favorite one that I have is probably like the Hollow Sun 507. I know there are better pistol optics, but like I don't have them. I think it's like the Hollow Sun 507 comp is that one with that big ass window. I really would like to get one of those. Yeah. Is it leather? Yes, the Davernov leather grip tape, and then the leather, what is this going to be called? Like a buttstock situation? I don't know what to call it. But yeah, the grip tape and the stock is all from Davernov. I actually have some of the Davernov leather grip tape on the M91 as well. If you guys are just stopping by, please subscribe to the Muzzle Broke channel. It helps me out an absolute ton. I would really appreciate it. It's easy to do, and it's a lot of fun. That's a cheek pad. Perfect. Thank you for the nomenclature. What's the loadout on the Extar? We actually didn't do all that much to it. We obviously did the goon tape. This is going to be the Frenzy optic. We have a power tack flashlight and an Arisaka hand stop. And that is that's all I did to it. Just those 4 little things. AK-47 is going to be the M90. I guess close. Whatever. A 1911 is made in the year 1911. I would have never guessed because of the name. Yes. This is going to be a 2011, though. Double stack 9mm. So we call her a 2011. I guess Staccato claimed that term, but I don't care. Any 9mm double stack 1911, I'm calling a 2011. Staccato can just sue me. So to help me pay my lawyer bills, you guys should subscribe to the Muzzle Broke channel. It helps me out an absolute ton. It helps grow the channel. It helps get us cooler stuff, and that allows me to do more content, you know, the whole thing. I got a cheek riser from Micro Draco, and it gives it that certification. Hell yeah. Love a micro. What is your favorite gun? I really like the... Sorry, hold on 1 second. I really like my CZ75 SP01 Acu Shadow. I really like my... I don't know. I like a lot of my guns, bro. It's kind of hard to pick just one. I really like these Zastava M90. Sorry. This. Oh, God damn it. Have you ever tried the Extar with the drum? I heard it's not that reliable. I mean, drums in and of themselves are not very reliable, so I probably wouldn't do it. Does that goon tape leave it sticky after you pull it off? A little bit. Yeah, there are some surfaces that it likes and some surfaces that it doesn't like. I will say, if you just took some gun cleaner, or even like an alcohol pad, it'd be fine. I was able to hold the Staccato 2011 before, and its slide was so smooth, it felt like an airsoft gun. I would argue that the TWC Hex is machined better than Staccato. But, you know, I do think this is better than the Staccato P. I don't think this is better than the Staccato XC. I think the Staccato XC is still 1,000 Dino Nuggets more expensive than the TWC Hex, if I'm not mistaken, which is fucking crazy. But they're both good guns, man. If you guys are just stopping by, welcome to the Muzzle Bro channel. I appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to the Muzzle Bro channel. Helps me out an absolute ton. Is that AK Zastava? Yes. It's going to be the Zastava M90. I mean, I probably could have racked it with my pinky finger. I'm weak as hell. Interesting. The EP9 by Extar has a kind of very interesting fit and finish to it. It looks like kind of a cheap airsoft gun, and it feels kind of like a cheap airsoft gun, but it is actually pretty diesel. We had well over 1,000 rounds through this with absolutely no malfunctions. It shoots pretty well. It's solid. It's light as shit, which is actually very cool. Any idea why we never see FNFALs customized put to the test? I thought they were popular. Sorry. I gotta text this girl back. So she don't get cranky with me. Yeah, I tried to get an FAL from DSA Arms. They're like the only company that makes it, and they don't like to give them out. So that's why. It's their shitty business plan. I don't know what you want. Why so much grip tape? Well, because they're my guns and I get bored. This is goon tape. This is Davronov leather grip tape. Typically, my guns are not this taped to shit, but, you know, why not? Absolute fire gun, straight gas, bro. Jealous I'm in California. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, I think they're pretty cool. I like to have fun with these builds. Something that, like, I think a lot of you guys don't realize is that when I have a gun out, it's not my only fucking gun. So, like, yeah, is it practical to have all this fucking tape? Yeah, probably not. But, like, I have 900 other AKs, so, like, it's okay, you know? And I'm not complaining about you, Guerrilla Fitness. But, like, a lot of people are like, dude, your gun's not practical. I'm like, yeah, I have, like, literally hundreds of guns. They're not all going to be practical. Like, it's okay, you know? Like, you're allowed to have fun with your guns. So, yeah, that's my rant of the evening. I guess I should stop ranting, but... yeah, the Zastava M90 is a really cool gun. The range review for this was actually a lot of fun. One of the more fun range reviews that I've done on the channel for sure. It just shoots really good. The TWC Hex by Jacob Gray is also very reliable. We actually did like a muddy pistol test. I threw this in the mud. We actually did the range review for this gun while my buddy was living with me, so he was at the range with me doing it. That was pretty cool. And then the EP9 by Extar. Also pretty cool. Nicola 8889 sent something. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love when you guys send me those little gizmos, gadgets. I think it like pays me or something, question mark. But yeah, guys, please subscribe to the Muzzle Bro channel. Helps me out a absolute buttload. I think we are very close to 33,000 subscribers on the channel. Hooray. So I would love to hit 33,000 subscribers, because then when I panhandle to companies to work with me, I can say I have 33,000 subscribers and not 32,000 subscribers. I'll be at SHOT Show this year. If anyone's at SHOT Show, me and Ballerina will be at SHOT Show in matching t-shirts, so that'll be pretty cool. So if you see me walking around with a girl that's far more attractive than me in a pink t-shirt, you'll be like, this must be Muzzle Bro with his way too hot girlfriend. So yeah, shotgun or AR? AR. Just subscribe. Thank you. Appreciate that. Biggest threat in the city said hi. Well, hey there. Troy goes every year. Oh, very cool. Well, I'll have to say hey to him while I'm there. There's lots of companies that I have to talk to, but What's the? I need to reach out to him about engraving the what was that gun? The Bond Arms gun, because that would be really cool. What's the details on the AR9s? This is going to be the EP9 by Extar. It's a polymer style 9mm PCC, very inexpensive. Works very well. I have 1,000 round range review on it. No malfunctions. It's pretty diesel. I just 6'7". Is that okay? So this is funny enough. The price difference between these two is absolutely insane. If you help design an optic for a company, which company would you like to work with? Probably HoloSun. I think HoloSun has like good optics that are fairly affordable. Do you have an ARP? Well, here's an AR pistol right here. I have plenty of ARs that are under 16-inch barrels. Swagger Man sent 100 Schmeckles. Thank you. Another 100 Schmeckles. Let's go, Swagger Man. Have you ever fired an RPK? I actually own 2 RPKs, so I have fired them quite frequently. Swagger Man with the 100 Schmeckles. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I love the RPK. We actually have a FRT in my Romanian parts kit build RPK, which is pretty cool. That's actually one of my shorts that went fairly viral fairly recently. I think it's got like 3 million views or something. Is me shooting the RPK with an FRT. So pretty cool. Swagger Man, you're going hard with these Schmeckles. I appreciate you, big dog. But on today's live stream, we have the Zastava M90 5.56 AK, pretty dope. We have the Jacob Gray TWC Hex 9mm 2011. And then we have the EP9 by Extar, another 9mm gun. Russell, 100 Schmeckles. Swagger Man, good game, he says. How heavy is that 2011? I don't remember the ounces off the rip. It's not very heavy. What do you think about the Ruger 1022? Oh, it's fun, man. I almost have my Zenico build done on my SLR 107R. Just need the stock and grip. Those parts are grand. Damn, that's insane. Russell's sending Schmeckles. He's going to win. 9mm Go Burt is also sending some Schmeckles. Thank you, boys. What do you think about the M4 carbine? A classic. Who doesn't love it? The Orthos Joker is nice. Christine sending the Schmeckles. Russell, more Schmeckles. Let's go, boys. Boys and girls, I guess. But she said, I love the Schmeckles, bro. Hey, if you guys are just stopping by, please subscribe to the Muzzle Broke channel. It helps me out an absolute ton. If I wanted to laser engrave your AK furniture, what patterns or designs would you choose? Do you do laser engraving AK furniture? Because we could definitely work something out. Lapinzo. My email is in my YouTube bio. It's just muzzlebrokemedia@gmail.com. So if you want to work out some laser projects, we absolutely can. I would love that. AK or AR, if you had to choose, I'm going AK, brother. AR is a better system. Yeah, AK is more fun. My M4 with a Trijicon optic is all you need. I don't disagree. The Trijicon optics are pretty damn expensive. So a little bit of a struggle. Russell is going hard with the Schmeckles sending. I appreciate that. What is next on the Muzzle Bro channel? I have to film and finish the 1,000 round range review for these, the Krebs Customs M23. 5.56 AK, pretty cool. I'm probably gonna film that tomorrow. I ended up filming a bunch of shorts today. So probably gonna film that tomorrow. We'll hopefully have that range review out, I don't know, within the next 2 weeks, probably. Is that a 45? This is a 9mm. I have a Chris Vector in 45. I wish I would have gotten it in 9mm. I have many regrets. Glad I got those Tiger rounds when I did. Yes, Russell wins. He does win. Any opinion on the P365X macro? I have a P365 AXG Legion that I like quite a bit. Overpriced, though. Swaggerman says, I did all mine at once. Well, is there a benefit to doing them separate results? Well, I really appreciate it. 9mm Swaggerman and Russell for the Schmeckles. I think it helps me, so thank you for the Schmeckles. I'd rather use the M4 than the Army's current issue, SIG M7. I really want to get a SIG Spear. What do you think about the P90? I want a P90 SBR. I've been talking to this guy about getting one, and he just talks in circles, and we never fucking land anywhere. It's really annoying. No problem, Swagger Man says. Thank you. Tell your buddies, everyone, about the Muzzle Bro channel. That helps me out quite a bit, too, if we can get more of our friends to watch and subscribe. It also helps me out quite a bit when you guys watch my videos and comment and do all that stuff too. I do actually respond to every comment. So if you comment on any of my videos or pretty much any of my live streams, I will respond. I'll say something. It's pretty cool. Any experience with a Beretta PX Storm? I do not. I'm looking to get an AR-10. Nice. The only AR-10 I have is from Bear Creek Arsenal, so womp. Ever fired a FAMAS? No, sadly. Gun EU3. Hey, do you respond to every comment though? Yeah. So it gives me, here's how it works. If you comment, I will respond to that comment. If you comment again, it does not give me a notification. So if you comment once, I will subscribe or I will respond to that comment, but probably not subsequent comments. But I will respond. I'm like and subscribe. Good. I appreciate that. I love when you guys like. I love when you guys subscribe. I think we are, what firearm is that on the left? We got the EP9 by Extar. 9mm pistol caliber carbine that takes Glock mags. We have the Jacob Gray TWC Hex. And then we also have the Zastava M90. Thoughts on 500 Magnum? I do not have one. I really would like to get it. Whoa, I lost my shoe. I really would like to get a, damn it, my croc is gone. I really would like to get one of the Raging Hunter revolvers from Taurus, but they said they were going to send me one, and they didn't. Classic Taurus bullshit. No PKM, unfortunately. No, we don't have a PKM. We have some RPKs. I think having a semi-auto PKM would be a little stupid, but you know, maybe we'll get one. Thoughts on the P320? I actually really hate the P320. Even before the P320 controversy, I just don't like the way they shoot. I'm just not a fan of them. How has the Jacob Gray been treating you? Pretty good, man. I'm not going to lie. I haven't shot it an absolute ton since the 1,000-round range review. We did take it out for the range review of the Fusion Firearms XP Pro, which I'm going to go ahead and say I don't really like. I liked it. But when comparing it to, I just don't like the grip. It kind of drove me a little bit nuts. M4 or M16? I'm going to go M16. If you guys are just stopping by, please subscribe to the Muzzle Bro channel. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Please subscribe to the channel. Comment on my videos. It helps me out an absolute ton. I love chatting with you guys. I will catch you on tomorrow's live stream. Catch you tomorrow night. So don't miss it. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Y'all have an awesome evening, and I'll catch you guys next time.